Oh no, it's fine. Hello everyone, back out. We're heading up to Ben Lui and Beinn, and I'm off out with my comrade David.
Alright.
Lifelong support of the channel, absolute legend. And we're bagging 2 Monroes this evening. I think it's like 55 and 56 for me, but it's like 20% out the way. I've got a new tent to test out. I've got a new sleeping mat as well to test out. We've got David's equipment. Weather forecast, I think they said there could be some sharp showers, but I think it's to be dry later on. We might get some patchy rain in the morning. Don't think the winds are to be too strong, but I think we're expecting around about 30 miles per hour. And I've also forgot my tripod, so it's going to be an interesting one. But to give you an idea of the environment, we're heading up there. Got some lovely little stream here, and as you can see, we're in a little forest. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's been one mucky, boggy and wet walk so far, but the environment's absolutely gorgeous. Very green. Still got a water source, and we're around 350 metres above sea level. As you can see, looks damp up there, but cracking little walk. Probably still get about another hour and a half to the summit. And we're not entirely sure where we're camping. We'll see when we get up there. I believe it's quite bouldery, quite rocky up there. But I've also brought, what do you call it? What do you call the hammer? I brought a mallet on the safe side. But weather forecast said there's to be some heavy rain in the next hour or two, so could get some decent footage. It's a boggy warpath. Out of all the Monroes that I've climbed, this is by far the boggiest. So it looks like we've now finally came to the end point of the boggy warpath, and we've now got a solid path on the way up. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what we did, washed my boots in there, and check out this. It's absolutely gorgeous. So Ben Lui is the first one, and then we'll get the second one. I think we're going to camp somewhere up in that region. Right. It's like a John Carpenter movie. He did The Fog, was it? Or was it The Mist? The Fog? Aye, so about 800 metres above sea level and another 300 to go, and that's us at Ben Lui. We'll quickly bag that one, but it's only a couple of kilometres to the next one, and we'll camp over there somewhere. But been some slog in it. It's steep. I wasn't expecting it to be this steep, but it is very steep. But it does get a little, still is a little boggy, but not much hassle. But not too bad. I think, what time did we start at? About 2, is it? Half past. What time did we start at?
I don't even know.
It was 2. Did I say we'll meet at 2 or 1?
Must have been about half 2. We started down taking cars over at East Place and come back again.
Started at 2:30, and I think it's about 5:30 now, so it's been about 3 hours. But yeah, the bogland just slows you down majorly. Given that it's 10 kilometres, you'd think you'd do it in no time. Bogland and the steepness, pretty slow. But without a doubt, one of the steepest ones I've done so far. So we're just snacking now, and then we'll get the next 300 metres. We'll smash it, kick it out the park. So we're at the snow line. We've only got another 100 metres to go. 1,000 on the button, so about 150 metres to go, and that's us at the summit. So that Monroe there, Ben Lui, is like, was it 1,157 metres above sea level?
Aye.
And we've taken our time getting up here. It's been a long day. It's been quite slow. It's very steep, and it's kind of hard hitting on the calves. Anyway, of course you need to go down to to go back up to the next Munro, so we weren't really looking forward to that, but it turns out that that Munro is only 916 metres, and I think we dropped down to 800 metres. So yeah, that last part of the journey is going to be an absolute stroll in the park, and we're going to pitch over in that direction. So nearly there. Alright, so that's us at Ben Lui. We fitted out one of the most difficult Munros that I've climbed. Very steep, and then the final ascent. It was very tight, very narrow, big drop, steep drop. There was a fair bit of scrambling, had to get on your, your hands, all fours to get up. But that's hopefully the final snack done. We're dropping roughly 300 metres, is it? And then climbing 100 metres. I think it's only like 2 kilometres, so let's get this bad boy out of the way. So that's us finally pitched up. I don't have that much footage. 2 reasons. One, I'm cold, and it's also quite, damp, low visibility outside. You're not going to see much. So I'll get more footage of, outside tomorrow. Hopefully it's, clearer. And I'll also give you a proper rundown of the outside of the tent. I'll be able to do the inner of this tent. But yeah, now that I'm inside the tent, it's double layered and I've got some dry clothes on. I'm nice and warm. But that's us all set up, and it's what, 9:15, so sunset. It's getting dark now. Quite disappointed. Took me some time. I was struggling getting up and getting here. But what I'm going to do now is get a warm meal, run down to the setup, and it's probably going to be an early night. So this is tonight's sleeping system. I've got myself a nice inner liner. Adds about an extra 1 or 2 Celsius to the sleeping bag, but prolongs the lifespan. I've got the Black Ice G700 with me. Goes down to about comforts -5, limits -10. It's a down bag, it's compact, and it's lightweight. I've had it down to -5 and I was nice and toasty. This is a new mat that I'm testing out today. It's sort of like a honeycomb design. It's made by a Chinese company called Light Tour. Now, I was hoping to jump onto the internet and get the specs, but as I have no signal, that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the specs on the screen. I think the R value is like between 5.3, 5.8. I've also got the silver end as well. Oh, there we go. It says Light Tour there. Starting to think maybe that's the side that I sleep on. So that's a new one. Generally I find the honeycomb designs the most comfortable, but I've never had a thermally insulated one, so I'm actually looking forward to tonight's sleep. Of course, I've got the Big Agnes 3rd degree as well. So this is the new tent. It's the 3AF UL, and I think it's pronounced Taiji. It's sort of like the Cloud Peak, so it's just like a dome tent, except it's, I believe, a little bit longer and a fair bit wider than the Cloud Peak. Cloud Peak's got 3 poles. This actually comes with 2. Cloud Peak's like a semi-geodesic. It's just a bog standard dome. And to give you an idea what the vestibule's like, spacious. So it's a proper 2-person tent. And I'll give you an idea what the headroom's like by clicking. I mean, I'm not even sitting in the centre, and I've got some headroom, and that's including a little hat that I'm wearing. But I've been wanting this tent for a while because what with me being super tall, I want something that's spacious, and I want something that's warm too. You can actually get the free season of this, so it's just mesh, like here, all the way down. But I requested for the 4-season one because, you know me, I camp in my Munros, and Scotland's a little chilly at times. There's nothing much else happening in here. You know, you get your lantern hanging point, and you have a discipline tiny little pocket which is sitting in the corner there. So this is what I'm having for tea, a pinda chana aloo. It's like a chickpea curry, I believe. Chickpeas and potatoes, yes, chickpeas and potatoes. And a tomato, ginger and dry mango powder sauce. And boiling the bag rice. I mean, you're buying like a Sea to Summit meal or whatever, and that's costing you like £4 for one pouch. I mean, you can get that out of Asda for like £1.50. You can buy these in bulk that work out to be like 10 to 20 pence each. So jackpot hit, curry on the hip mountains. A warm meal has been had, and I'm now nice and toasty. Just sitting in my thermals and my jacket, and still not been in the bag. I've been in the tent sitting like this for a solid 1 hour now, and I'm toasty. I think temperatures will take it down to about 4-5 Celsius tonight, so I'm not expecting a cold one. No signal, so can't check the weather forecast. Light winds, must be about 15 miles per hour. But cracking day. Walk Islands states it takes between 5 and 7 hours to complete. That's us at the final one row, and it took us 6 hours to get there. Getting back to the car, could we do it in an hour? That is possible. That is possible. We're sitting around 890 metres. The car's at about 200 metres, 690 metres, and it's just pure descent all the way. Yeah, it's only a 90-minute journey from my house, and these Munros are based just outside Tyndrum, Queen Larrick. You take the route towards Oban. It's about, car park's about 15 minutes from Tyndrum. Turns out we can't park in the car park. They introduced a new law on the 1st of April, no overnight parking. So we had to ditch the cars in the lay-by, and yes, hoping they're nice and secure. So it's about 10:30. I've took my meds and started to feel a bit drowsy. Hoping to fall asleep about 12, and then up at 7:30. And hopefully in the morning we'll do a proper rundown of the tent, especially the exterior, and a rundown of David's setup. So hope you guys have enjoyed the content so far, and I'll catch you all in the morning. And here's what the free UL, I think it's pronounced Taiji. I'll pop how the spelling's spelt up on the screen there. But as you see, it's a standard dome tent. You've got your 2 poles, cross over the middle. You've got this little supporting pole as well. But this just brings the top of the roof of the tent up. It's got a symmetrical vestibule on either end. Pretty big. It's a pretty big tent. Again, I say it's slightly bigger than the Cloud Peak. Slightly more spacious, so ideal for like tall people. You have to put the guy ropes on yourself, so I need to fix that later on. But first impressions, yep, this is a tent that I really do like, and I'm hoping to get out more on. So this is David's setup. He's got the Vango Cairngorm 200, which I believe is like an upgrade on the Vango Nevis, just that single arch pole in the middle, and then the pointy ones at either end. But it's a 2-person one. Let's have a wee look inside. Here we go. That'd be cosy with you and your girlfriend, I suppose. Don't think you'd get 2 guys in there.
No, I could get 2 people in that.
Aye, I was. I'm having a little look. I mean, you'd be very lucky to get 2 mats in there. I don't think this is really a 2-person tent. Got a decent sized vestibule over on here, but you'd be very lucky to get 2 people in that. Let's see. So David's got the Big Agnes. Is it Aircore Ultra Insulated? It's a pretty thick mat. It's got that ridge design akin into the X-Ped and mounting equipment mats. I find them to be super comfortable. Do you know the R value on that bad boy? 4.2. So that's a good winter mat for the UK. And he's got, what's the name of the sleeping bag?
Snugpack Softy Elite 5 4 1 2.
The Snugpack Softy. It's not the most compact of sleeping bags. It's like
Bouncing ball.
it's like the size of about that in width and like that in height. You can't really compress it much more. But what's the comfort and limit?
-15. I'm pretty sure comfort rating is.
-15. And did you have a nice warm toasty sleep?
Too hot. Woke up 2 in the morning.
Too hot?
Yeah.
Aye, too hot. I was saying I had a really warm sleep as well. I think temperatures get down to about 4 or 5 Celsius, but I was nice and toasty as well. But nah, I like this wee tent. It's see, be honest with you, it's just like the same size as the Van Gogh Nevis 100. So I'm not entirely sure where the 200's coming from in that one. Brilliant sleep last night. The light tour sleeping mat, super comfortable, probably the most comfortable mat that I've got. I'll pop up the specs on the screen. I think the RVI was like 5.8, it's like a honeycomb design. It's lightweight, it's compact, but it is super comfortable. Probably the best camping sleep I've had in a long time. Got about 8 hours, bit interrupted as expected, but really comfortable mat, really warm mat. The Black Ice G700, again, really toasty. I actually had to open up the mat, sorry, not the mat, the bag in the middle of the night. Again, temperatures get down to about 4 or 5 Celsius. Just shows you how warm that mat is, how warm that sleeping bag is. The tent, yep, super spacious. This is me now sitting in the centre, and I've got significant headroom. It's wider, it's longer on the cloud peak. The vestibule is about the same, but I'm looking to treat this as my low level tent, or you know, calmer weather on the Munros like this. It's a 4-season tent, so I'll be using this in like the colder nights. But I really do like this tent. It could do with more pockets, to be honest with you. That's really the only major downside to it. Suppose for you guys, there's significantly lighter tents and lower profile. This is quite a big tent. It does make a statement when you're on the outside. But that's us getting packed up, ready to go home. It's about 7:30, 7:45. We both had warm sleeps, we both enjoyed ourselves. We were both absolutely scunnered, tired, because it is a long day, but we're hoping to get back to the car in the next hour and a half. I don't think I've got anything else to say, but hope I can get this channel up and running again, get more videos, more content, flowing smoothly. But we were kind of limited, restricted today because of the cold winds and just how tired we were last night. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.